Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. Hey guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip, and thank you for allowing me your morning, guys, or afternoon, or lunch, or whatever it is that you're making time for me for. Thank you. There's a lot to say, so bear with me because I've spoken to people that I didn't expect to speak to, and I want you to let me tell you what's going on. So I spoke to Patrick Rourke, and before you go off the channel and whatever you're going to say about Patrick, I was reached out to by somebody, and Patrick said he wanted to speak to me. This is what I got from the conversation. He wants a safe platform to speak from. I'm fine giving him that. So he'll answer any question. So I'm going to ask you guys to put in the comments respectfully, okay? What do you want to know? What do you want to know about Patrick or the situation? Because it's the situation that we're talking about, right? And what role he played in that situation. And I will ask him on a video. I will do a video with him so that you guys, one, know I'm not full of shit. And two, we can get those questions answered. Now, here's the thing. We have the opportunity to ask somebody who was involved in what went on. And I want to ask questions. So I know you guys do as well. So please, in the comments, the questions that you want to ask Patrick. I've asked Lady K to please, if she could address her subscribers, and I'll ask him. And we'll get answers. Now, will we get truthful answers? I hope so, but I can't be responsible for that. I can only be responsible for asking him the questions that you guys want. Now, yeah, I had a busy day yesterday because guess who I spoke to as well? So I spoke to Sonny. Another person reached out to me and said, Sonny would like to talk to you. Okay. Listen, I don't have a problem speaking with people as long as they're respectful. We don't have to agree. So, as I said, I had looked into Sonny, and what I found was the adoption stuff. And she never got paid for it. I asked her, did you ever get paid for that? She said no. She said she was a moderator. So it wasn't that she answered phones like I assumed. She answered phones. She was a moderator on a page where she introduced people who couldn't, I guess, deal with the kids that they adopted, and people that wanted children that didn't want to wait on the system. That, I don't think that's right, but that stuff still goes on today. However, Sonny has nothing to do with it. And when she realized her mistake, she corrected her mistake. So that's just the truth. You guys are going to have to decide if the error in her ways are enough to make her less credible. I don't see where she's less credible. She did start a nonprofit in North Carolina that fed the homeless. So she's done a lot of things, and she's got the capability of doing a lot of stuff. However, her channel and the or her Facebook page has changed, and the mission has changed. So if you guys want to know what that's about, it's now about the protection of the exploitation of people. I'm not even sure if it's going to cover the Whitakers. You're going to have to check on that. There's a very fluid situation apparently going on in the investigation. So all I want to say is about Sonny is, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask her and you want to put it in the comments, I'm happy to ask her. I think that she would be happy to answer questions. Some of you have said she's not a very nice person. All she has to do is do what she said she was going to do. as far as her being nice or mean, all she's got to do is do what she's supposed to do. It'd be nice if everybody was nice, but not everybody's nice, period, right? And then to top it all off, I got an email from Ernie Evans. So Ernie wrote me a really long email, which anybody that takes the time, I really don't have time to read all of that, but I understood why he had to write all of that. So I will have something that I'll be able to read and also show you with video Ernie's point of view on this and Ernie's timeline. You know how Dingbat Dwayne had a timeline. I don't know about Ernie's timeline and the events that he can show proof for, but as soon as I get that, I will go ahead and make a video and speak about that. Now, don't ask me why, because I don't know why people reached out to me. I don't know why. I don't know why. They've said that I seem fair, and then there's people telling me I'm not fair. Well, the people that are telling me I'm not fair think that I'm siding with Patrick. So obviously those are the people that have reached out to me. It only makes sense. Not siding with Patrick. I'm siding with the Whitakers. And common sense just told me Patrick's been there for a minute. Eric just got there. And in 2 months, the family's gone and their money's gone. Okay? So I'm not saying that Patrick is guilt-free. I'm saying that I know and I believe, even with what Eric said, that he had control over this money. He has control over the money. The Whitakers have none of the money. That's an issue for me. Okay? Also, the fact that he had enough sense, Eric, to get himself a lawyer, but he didn't protect Betty. Actually, according to Betty, right? He intimidated her. He forced her into things maybe she didn't want to do. Now, we know that Betty changes her mind back and forth, but we have to remember he went to protective services, Eric, 3 times and was only granted that order after he claimed abuse and he had Timmy with him. So these are things that I see that I question. Has nothing to do with Eric Carroll or Patrick Rourke or Santa Claus. No offense, Layla's Toys. I'm not talking about that Santa Claus. It doesn't. These are actions of an individual that I'm speaking about. I don't like Patrick. I don't know Patrick. I don't like Eric. I don't know Eric. I just know that one guy is still there and one guy is not. That's what I know. So, I mean, I just use a little bit of critical thinking. One guy that is slinging mud and dirt. I mean, I haven't heard Patrick say anything bad about, I haven't heard him go low like that. I haven't heard him say things about Eric's weight or anything like that. I mean, we got to give a little bit of credit where credit's due. You have to give a little bit of acknowledgement for somebody's character, the way that they portray themselves. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but in what I see and what's presented to me, I see one guy slagging off and making fun of another guy, and the other guy, the worst he said was a guy came from Georgia, and when he left, the family was broken up and they didn't have a home. And he took the money and left. That's true. That's true. That's true. We don't know exactly what happened, but we know while he was there, this happened and he left with their money. So anyway, guys, this is Everybody Has a Story to Tell with Toddy One Skip, and I'm going to do my best by working on this today. A few of you guys had a problem with my clapback for Dwayne Wayne. I'm going to keep my clapbacks going. If that's not what you want to see, just don't watch those videos. But, that's how I am expressing myself with a little bit of humor, because that's what I need for me. And if it doesn't fit you guys and you don't like the clapbacks, that's not the video for you. Then you're only here for the information, and that's fine. Then that's the video. It's kind of like any channel. You might not like every show, you know? But anyway, guys, this is their story. And now we can ask some questions. I'm happy to take questions for Sonny. And of course, I'm happy to take questions for Patrick. And I will be doing a video with Patrick answering those questions, but it won't be live, guys. It won't be live because it doesn't need to be live. We just need our answers. Yes? Yeah? Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And I'll get to you with that Ernie video too. All right. Take care, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Bing, boing, bing. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip.